Welcome to this game of Mechabellum in fight against Tungding 12, which is one of the best players in Mechabellum. I think he's right now at rank 3 on the ladder. And my options: Supply, Sabertooth, Cost Control, and Firebadger. And looking here, don't have a lot of options here. I will go for the Firebadger, you can see. Best one of what I had. My opponent went for a training with Sabertooth and Crawlers. Looking at the board, with this build, he's probably going aggressive, and he's not going on this side because of the magnetic barricade, so I'm defending here. You see me going for my vertical sledges with marksman behind them. I'll move it around a bit, because the tower is not in front of my other tower. And I wanted to be symmetrical, but I just will forget about it and put the marksman here. So I can put the sledges closer and move this one. Yeah. So I am symmetrical in comparison with the anti-armor cannon, not with my tower. And options, I will go for crawlers. I won't sell the towers yet, because I don't know what use I will have for them. But you will know that I lack shaft clear, because my tower here is the anti-armor cannon. My opponent has 3 of shaft, and he leveled the hound. So he will be able to, with this hound at least, he can one-shot my crawlers, which will arrive late. You can see I put one behind the tower, and the other almost all the way in the back. You see that I almost never put the all the way in the back, because I leave space for a rhino. In case my opponent go for an annoying flank, I can put a rhino to deal with it. And all his other units, but there's nothing in front of my marksmen. Can't quite deal with 2 Sabertooths. So 400 damage on me. And I didn't start with a lot of HP. Here, there are some good options in Mustang, but Arc Lights. I wanted to go Arc Lights. It's good for this build. Although I could also try to go Fangs, but since the game offered me Arc Lights, I will go Arc Lights. A level 3 Arc Light, I will put it here. My idea was he will take care of this side, kill the hounds, kill the crawlers, and then target the Sabertooth. And with level 3, he can kill a Sabertooth. It will take some time, but he can. Also see that they put crawlers in front, so he was not instantly targeting my sledges, nor my tower. And more shaft, which I will put here. You can see I'm making an aggressive play against his tower, because he sold one tower on the first turn, he was going to sell the other on the next turn, so he would have nothing to do with my crawlers. And the crawlers was in the middle anyway. And good for me, he grabbed the phantom race, and my crawlers pulled the phantoms, and I will get his tower. And they will keep moving, carrying the phantoms behind them. So I completely annoyed his play. He went for the phantoms to try to grab my tower, but my little crawlers saved me. And his army here just is destroyed. With 9 seconds debuff, it's very hard for an early army to survive. Now I just need to kill those phantoms, so my marksmen just need to arrive. The speed is a little. And let's go back to normal speed. And in honor of those brave and very smart crawlers, if you're not subscribed yet, you could subscribe. I know it's kind of annoying for me to keep asking, but around 80% of my viewers are not subscribed. So I have to keep asking. Maybe if 10% of them decide to subscribe, I will get to 1,000. Here, options out of those, Missile and Rhino are both great. I will end up going for Rhino, fearing he would go for Rhino in here to try to get my tower, and I will put my Rhino defensively. You can also see that I sold my 5 badgers, which I got from my specialist. And 1 marksman here. Also went range enhancement. Another marksman, completing 3 marksmen here on my front line, but this missile here will be quite powerful. Thanks, which I will put here, I think. But I should have went for an arc light in here, because it was expected that he would reinforce, although he could just abandon this side and sell the phantoms, which he did not do. Now a missile here, which will do a lot of damage and kill one of my marksmen. The fangs will help against the chaff, but oh, look at the size of the rhino, he got obliterated. You can see there are chamber compression hounds and phantoms, which do a lot of damage. So even if I won the left, I lost the right. But I won the left by quite a bit, even with the missile. He invested a lot on his right side. And I still have more than enough to finish him off here. So those dangerous hounds won't be able to use, although one uses, you can see it, one shot at one of the sledges. It was walking all the way from there, so it had a lot of damage stored. Here we have some early spells. Powerful spells, but expensive spells. I will go for the intensive training instead of the spells. And my opponent will go for Ion Blast. You see me getting 1 arclet on this side. More crawlers. My opponent's going for an ion beam here, which will be devastating. I'm getting more sledges. It's me putting them here. So I have sledges protecting my high level arc light, which amounts to nothing because there will be a beam coming right on top of it. Decide to change the sledges to the other side. Level 1 damage. And level 1 HP. And that's all my money. My opponent grabbing wasps, which is kind of a weakness of my board, since on this side I have the fangs, which are arriving late and can deal with wasps, but in here only my marksman can kill wasps, and there is a beam that's coming to kill my marksman. Poor high level arclight, run, run for your life, no, it's dead. Oh, let me from this side too. You can see here I am obliterating his right side, but I am getting destroyed on the left side. This beam here killing my ranged DPS units. I also have nothing now to deal with the wasps in here. On this side things are working, killing his wasps. But there is a lot more of his army left than mine. But considering he went for a very expensive spell, it was to be expected that I would lose. Look at those hounds. Look at the damage of those hounds. 7,000 damage. Toward. Here we have the other very expensive spell with mobilized battleship. I just go for improved firepower control system. Ace module is also good, and it's also cheaper, but I will get this and Mustang. Since he's going for Wasps, I will go for Mustangs. And the improved firepower can help the Mustangs a lot if he goes for armor on the Hounds later. Also getting levels on my Arclights. They are doing quite a lot. And the Arclights are good at killing Hounds. So one Mustang on each side, deal with the Wasps. Selling the cannon, which was not doing a lot. And level for the sledge. Also grabbing one more crawler. So we have more distraction on this side. It was mostly me reinforcing this side, my opponent reinforcing this side. You can see he went for the item on the Wasps, but now I have Mustangs to deal with them. And if he go for get Phantoms back, I have the Marksman to deal with them. You can see against the Mustangs, the Wasps got obliterated, and here too. So there's still a few crawlers running now, distracting the Mustangs. And my Arclight was stuck on his shield, but I end up losing the right side, even if I'm winning the left. Because it was the side that he mostly reinforced. And I just put one Mustang in here. There is a debuff. Ouch, those hits from the charged shot from the Hounds. But there's too few left. And I should be able to easily kill the Sabertooth, and the few Hounds already dead. And he's losing HP, already at 2500. Here, none of those really pair well with my build. But if you look at his board, he doesn't have good units to deal with a Wraith. The Wasps will take a beating unless he goes for aerial specialization on them. Usually aerial specialization and range. And since I'm not attacking the Wraith, I want to see if I can bait him into investing on something to deal with the Wraith, then I can just sell it. But my opponent's going for one unit that's kind of annoying for me to deal with. Rhinos. Because the level 2 Rhinos with armor enhancement. So they are very tanky. And my board doesn't have the most DPS. He also put on the flanks. And my DPS is closer to the middle. You can see here I have a level 3 marksman, and here also a level 3 and 2 level 2 marksmen. But you can see me going for double shot, but I think I will go back on it. Unfortunately. I was thinking of going for double shot here. Shield. And shield, because I noticed that he had the missile strike. Sorry for the distraction, someone came to talk to me. But the Rhino is dying, just not fast enough. Dead. The other one is still alive. You can see it's also killing my sledges, which are supposed to tank for me. But Wraith is doing a good job, although he did grabbed some phoenixes, so he had something to deal with the Wraith. But in the end, I managed to win, even with the Rhinos, and no double shot on the marksman. So if I had double shot on the marksman, it would be devastating. Although I wouldn't have a shield to protect my Mustangs, which is what I did, protect on both sides against his missile. Here we have Incendiary Bomb, also non-repair, which he will grab and put on one of the rhinos. He also used intensive training on the rhino, so now it's a level 3 rhino with non-repair. Double shot on the marksman. And you see me, I will undo it. Instead of grabbing more marksmen, I will go for another unit that counters Rhino. Steel balls. And you see me putting steel balls on both sides. There's also fire here, where he hits most of his chaff and units. And Rhino in the back. Remember that Rhino that I use it defensively? I don't need to use this defensively now, and I can use it offensively. My opponent went for Subterranean Blitz. So, not a great for me to go for Shockwave, but I don't need to click it. You can see I'm increasing the amount of shaft clear on this side because I only had one. Now I have the boss. Even if they are attacked, you can see here, getting the Rhino, the other also dying. So even that level 3 Rhino with nano repair, obliterated by the boss. Rhino gets the debuff. He left his backline unprotected. And suddenly, he lost very badly. Even if my few units are dying to the fire, my own fire is killing my Mustangs. But the boss, I think without the boss, things would have went really not that great in this round. With this Rhino here, at least on the right side. But now he's almost dead, 39 HP, he survived by almost nothing. And here, none of those units really pair well with my build, although I think I will go for the Farseers. And my opponent went for the Raidens. And he's not going to sell the Raidens. He's going to keep them. And if you look, my board is not very good at dealing with Raidens. You can see he bought 3 more Raidens and with range, so, and with the range here too, 165 range for his Raidens. My marksmen only have 140. I only grabbed a double shot for them. I didn't need range before. He's also running this Rhino away, trying to run it away from my steel balls. I will try to go for a Wraith play with the Generation Beam to kill his unit too slow and kill his units faster. I'm also grabbing range for the balls, so they can kill the rhinos faster. And there is the beam. You can see the beams back here. And this beam will be quite annoying too. His rhino is running, so the beam took out my balls. And the balls are what kills the rhino on this side. He also killing my other units. So the beam destroyed me here. And his Raidens are destroying me here. Because my units have too low range compared to the Raidens. And I also got a debuff from the other side. Maybe without the debuff I could have won the side. Maybe. Probably not. Too much to walk. And I didn't grab range enhancement or anything. Round 8 already. I should be grabbing it. That was a mistake. Range enhancement and speed. But thankfully I had a lot of HP. Survived it, even if I took a lot of damage, you can see. Less than 1,000, I was at 3,000 I think. So 2,000 damage in a single round. But now I know what I am against, and I already have the units to counter it. So Aero Specialization on the Marksman. I will grab the extra range from the enhanced range here soon. You'll see me putting shields again because it has the missile back. He's going once again for the Rhino play here. But this time there is no beam to kill my boss. And I'm also going for a Phoenix play on the back here, but he did put missiles. 2 missiles to protect his back line. A lot of missiles. So it won't work. He went for a safe missile here, just to kill crawlers. Not the new about shield. You can see the Rhino in here. It died to the boss. This time I grabbed the speed and range. You can see the marksman obliterating his air. Now they have the range to do it, although this one killed this. But more than enough to win. But that play with the Raidens, I should be expecting it. It was offered, and I didn't have the. I actually had the units. I just didn't get the techs to deal with them. But I should have at least, instead of going for anti-air, I should have went for range enhancement on that hound, which would help my marksman, even if he didn't grab the Raidens. And also range enhancement here, which was round 8. You should be using this. I only started on round 9, and it was enough to win. Even if my play here was useless because of his missiles. The crawlers wouldn't protect him because the Phoenix would ignore the crawlers and just keep moving because of the beacon. But the missiles will kill the Phoenixes. Unless it was shielded Phoenix, which I could try, but they would die when they are spawning if there is a missile close. The attacks only work after the unit spawns. Other idea would be 2 deployments. You could put crawlers in front and Phoenix behind. Something like that, or 2 Phoenixes. But he had 2 missiles, so it wouldn't work anyway. It was very protected against cheeses. But I didn't need the cheese. My main army was superior. I just need the attacks for it to work. And that's it. Hope you all enjoyed this game. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment. And I will see you on the next one.